Hey everyone, this is Abaie, Head of Communications for DC United. Wanted to take 5 minutes to answer a couple of your questions for your virtual career fair about what it means to be a communications professional and a public relations professional for a professional sports team. Question one, what kind of education do you need to do this job? Well, I think a well-rounded one would do really well for this. Communications is equal parts understanding your audience and equal parts knowing how to communicate with them. For me personally, I studied communications at George Washington University, where I played soccer, and I minored in journalism. So I had studied both sides of the house. What does it mean to communicate effectively, and then what does it mean to report on a professional sports team or on a subject. So I thought it was really helpful to have the ability to have both sides understood really well. Question two, what does a typical day in your job look like? That's a great question. So no matter how much we want to be proactive for a communications department, telling good stories, announcing players, talking about games, when you're in the communications world, there's a lot of thinking on your feet. So it's hard to define exactly what each day may look like. You usually have a good sense of what's going to happen for that day, for that week, for that month, but it can change a lot. Honestly, most days start with a quick look at what we need to communicate to our fans, what we need to say to them. Is there a good story we have that we can tell? Do we need to reach out about season tickets? Do we need to promote a game? Do we need to do something with the community? It all really varies in where we are in our season, but every single day has a couple key moments that are pretty consistent. It's knowing what we need to say externally to our fans, our partners, our sponsors, our players, and then how do we deliver on that message. So it varies, but it's always fun, and the best way to describe it is it's storytelling. That's really what it comes down to, storytelling. Question three, what made you decide to do the job that you're doing now? So I said it before, I'm a soccer player. I love soccer. I grew up playing it, played ever since I was 4 years old. I played college soccer at George Washington University, studied communications there, kind of put my two passions together of storytelling and sports, particularly soccer, into a job opportunity. So I was one of the lucky ones. I think I didn't just fall into this job. I worked my way here, spent 9 years doing other things, other communications jobs, and eventually, found a pathway to really put me in a position which I would say it's a dream job for me, bringing together passions. And that's a huge recommendation I have for all of you guys: is identify what your passion is and find a path that can get you there for a career. It's going to make a world of a difference. Next question. Please share a fun fact about your job. That's a good one. We have a lot of fun in the communications department here at DC. The best stuff is probably being able to engage with the players and our fans on a daily basis. From speaking with U.S. national team players, Bill Hamid and Paul Arriola, to some more international talent like Edison Flores. The list goes on, but it's great to get to know these guys on a personal level and help them tell their great stories along with the club. Connecting with the fans is always something that I prioritize and our department prioritizes, because at the end of the day, our fans are our lifeblood. They're the ones that cheer us on when the going gets tough, when we need a big result. They're the reason we get to go out there and play every day. So whenever we have a chance to connect with our fans or tell a great story, it really gets me excited, and that's the most fun that I have when I'm working here. Next question: what university did you attend? George Washington University, where I studied communications and minored in journalism and played soccer, which took up more time than studying. Any other comments? No, not too much for me, guys. It's just follow your dreams. If you can't reach them right away, me personally, I wanted to be a professional soccer player. Didn't make it. Had a great run at it, but found my way back into the game on a professional level, and it's been a blessing. So I think if you just stay true to that, stay grounded, work hard, and find that path that I talked about, I think you'll end up in a really happy place. Thanks so much, and best of luck.